We've got a very, very special delivery. I'm really excited about it. We're going there right now. We're gonna have to get there quick to open this up and get there. Let's go. All right, so we're here at King's Auto Body Shop. Carlos is here. He's got the trailer and he's got a very special car inside.
All right, let's open it up. No, it's perfect.
We came to the right place because this car is wrecked. You guys got some work ahead of you. Carlos gonna unstrap this thing. I'm gonna jump in the seat so I can operate the brakes and the steering wheel and get this thing rolled off into the shop, and we can take a better look at it.
Yeah.
Doesn't feel like this caliper.
Oh no,
Oh, no.
it's not connected.
Oh, it's just sitting there. Oh, it's just mangled up in here. Yes. There's no brake line. So there's no brakes to work.
So you know what that leak, the one you had in the back, is not a coolant. I think it is a brake fluid.
Okay. So what about this though? Without power.
If we have enough people, we'll just roll it back and people can hold it from rolling too fast.
Yeah, but is it in neutral? That's the problem.
Yeah, we have one. Do you have anything in the front?
Nothing. Go ahead. Take it
Okay,
off.
so we're gonna push it a little bit forward to take the wood off. Push it forward, guys. Oh, it looks like it's in gear. Can you put it in neutral?
So it won't go in a neutral
There's no
then.
battery.
Okay, let's. Oh no! I remember. We found where it is. Haha. The neutral. And we unhooked the. Yes, I remember this now. So what Andrew did? What Andrew did was just simply unhook the battery. I just need to find the. Here it is. Watch this. We're gonna have power here in a second. Okay, what happens if you hit the? What happens if you try to turn the power on now?
Okay, let's see.
Yeah. Okay, so guys, he's gonna shift it into neutral. It'll go into neutral and it'll roll. Okay.
Now, this is my favorite DDE car out of the whole fleet. I love this car, and I haven't even driven it yet, and I really want to drive it. I know it's one of Damon's favorite cars. I know a lot of you guys at home love this car too, because it is absolutely insane. So I'm gonna push to get it done. King's Body Shop, they're gonna push really hard to get it done. We just need to tear into it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But from what we see, it's a lot of damage.
Oh, for sure. I mean, the insurance company did a full write-off on this.
Oh, okay.
They said it was total. Right now, it's crashed.
Yeah.
But it hasn't started since the crash, so we don't even know if it runs yet. The ECU is smashed. The axle got hit super hard and could have smashed into the side of the transmission.
Exactly.
But we can't see anything, so we've got to pull all these panels off, all the suspension bits.
Woo! Nothing there.
Dude, these uprights are pretty rad. These carbon fiber wing uprights, like that's 720 GTR stuff right there.
You can see right here too.
Yeah, damaged caliper, that's cracked. They just put the hat actually, or the hat for the rotor is still here, still bolted on, but the carbon fiber ceramic rotor is shattered. Knuckle, calipers, e-brake caliper, axle, all the control arms, tie rod, all of that needs to be replaced. Like
100%.
Yep, that's for sure.
Show him how long is the screws.
Oh my goodness.
This is an oil. So I wonder if those lines, you can see the oil there too. Just figuring out if anything wrong with the transmission or not. Like there's a lot of oil in the back.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't know if something with the transmission or those lines.
Something is weeping or something is actually cracked and sprayed.
We didn't know.
Yeah, you just got to keep digging in. There's so much like packed into the small space, you can't really see anything. I'm trying to figure out this shock control system. So shocks are usually, it looks like it's under pressure, and I don't know if there's a pump that's controlling it, that's applying pressure, or if these lines still have pressure when the car is off. I don't want to just pop these off and get sprayed by 15 bar of pressure or more. I don't know what the pressure is. It looks like there might be a relief valve here. I really have no idea. So we're gonna figure it out, and hopefully we don't do it wrong. But somebody on the internet will let us know that we're doing it wrong.
Yeah. Even if you're doing it right, Mike,
You're gonna be doing it wrong.
So the axle looks like it goes into the transmission with like a snap ring inside, so it doesn't have bolts. So I'm just gonna try to get the pry bar in there, pop the axle out, and then this whole corner will be disconnected, and we can just take that whole thing, all the suspension off in one big chunk. There's not much room to get in there to get that axle out. So the axle is inside of the transmission, and there's like a gap of about maybe a 1/4 inch in between the axle and the transmission. We have to like pop it out, I think. But also the frame rails are in the way and a bunch of other stuff. So Ayed's moving the lines right now just to give us a little more clearance. We'll put the car up in the air. We're gonna try to get a pry bar in there on both sides of the axle to be able to pop it out. There we go. That was easier than I expected.
you found the
we got it.
perfect tool.
Yeah, this is like a tie rod splitter, so basically like to pop a ball joint out. But it worked for the axle too.
Wanna show them the shocks?
There we go. Yep, it's broken. All right, so I'm taking a look at the driver's side, which was not damaged, looking at how the frame looks, how the frame rails look, all of the pieces that are missing from that side. We've got the whole intake duct, elbow, the box with the airflow meter, all that stuff is missing or broken. And I'm noticing there's more damage even on this side. Like, look at the air box here. So this split open. It pulled the fastener right out of the box. So even though it was hit on that side, just all the flex of all the bodywork and the shock broke that guy up too. Maybe we can fix it, maybe we can't, but it's just, whenever you have a car that's hit like this, there's so many things, layers and layers and layers deep. You look outside of it and you go, oh, it's not a big deal, it's some suspension parts, it's good to go. But there's always more underneath. It's gonna be a big job to put this thing back together. All right, so it's 3 o'clock now. We're starving, we haven't eaten yet, so we're gonna leave the guys to it. They're gonna pull off some more panels, some under trays and some other stuff. Now we got the majority of the parts off. We got a pretty good idea of what's going on, but they're gonna pull all of those bottom trays, some other pieces, so we can inspect everything when we get back. Now let's go hop in the truck and get some food.
Mike, you gonna let me drive, dude? You gonna let me drive, man? Come on.
Man.
You gonna let me? Come on, Mike. Give me the keys. Give me the keys, Mike.
You know what? It's not my truck.
Oh, this is a bad idea.
It is a bad idea.
Hold on, boys.
Tim, how you feeling? Get your seatbelts on. Buckle up, Tim. So the restaurant's just like a mile down the street.
Okay.
And yeah, just head straight. Whoa, 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 whoa. This is stop sign. Easy on the brakes, bro.
Dude, I'm trying. These are some powerful brakes.
Look at that guy. He's scared.
I think I'm all right, right? Am I in my lines?
You're not really in the lines.
Am I?
No.
Mike, I'm trying. This is so hard.
All right, look ahead. Look straight ahead. There you go.
Okay.
Watch out for this truck.
Okay, I'm trying. Whoa.
We're coming up on it. It's right before the light. So it's past the semi-truck and then into the driveway, or maybe it's right there. Right.
All right, we're gonna
remember it's wide and the tailgate's open. Watch out.
All right. Hold on.
No, wait. Where are you going? It's in there.
Oh, is it in there?
It's in there.
Okay.
All right, Mark. So I'm gonna help park the truck on the outside. If he doesn't run me over first. Go forward more, Mark. No, too far, too far.
You told me.
Stop. Full right. Stop. Break it. Stop. Come to the right. Keep coming. It's his first time he's new at driving. Keep it cranked. All right, now the other way. Now come forward again. This way. Right, right. Straighten the wheels out. Yo, give me the keys. Look. No, give me you take the camera. Give me the keys. The lines.
A job well done. As we just finished up eating lunch here, we all had, I think it was all pretty good, right?
Yeah, good. Right?
What'd you have, Tim?
I had shawarma fries.
What'd you have, Mike?
Shawarma plate.
I had the beef kebab plate. So we are headed back to King's right now. They pulled off the under tray of the 720. It was a little bit concerning from what Mike was saying earlier that some things might have been able to shift around under there. And we also found oil back there earlier. So
yeah,
hopefully with that off, we're able to actually look and figure out what the problem is. But we're heading back now. Mike won't let me drive anymore.
No, you're done. You're banned.
So I'm back behind the camera and we're going to be back there in just a second.
And they're still pulling some stuff off of the 720, but when I walked in earlier, I was looking at all of these E46 that are scattered about the shop, and I'm a big BMW fan. I had a Laguna Seca blue E46 M3 for quite a while. It was nearly identical to this. Dude, check out that E36.
Gee, let's go look at
So
that.
clean.
This is so pretty.
I honestly love the E36 body lines. They're so good. And it's just like, it's such a classic, especially, I mean, look at this car.
Yeah.
Even just like slightly wider wheels, a little bit lowered, and it's got like the factory race style wing on it.
Yeah.
Dude, it looks so good. Look at this, LMs, BBS LMs on it. This is a really rare color too. Do you remember the name of this color?
Cobalt blue.
Yeah. Very rare. Yeah. We got a 2002. Yeah. And then over here we've got Ayed's E46 M3 race car, which is pretty badass too. He's got the full Flossman GTR body kit on it, the real one, not a knockoff. It's a really, really cool setup.
We just want to make sure those ones straight.
Yeah, exactly.
The
I mean,
inback
that's
come from this side. We're gonna make sure this one is all straight, all spec. You know what I mean? After that, we could just figure out what's we need to replace and whatnot. You can see this wheel bar right here is damaged too. Looks like it got hit right here. You got a massive leak.
yeah, it's got a big oil leak, right? Yeah, quite a bit of oil all over the bottom.
Could be this leak from the axle, Mike.
The axle was all the way engaged, unless the axle got hit and shifted the differential and blew the bearing out and pushed it open. That's the only way it would leak there, which is not good.
Yeah. But I know for sure this has been so.
Yeah, I mean this is very fresh oil. Otherwise, it would be very dirty. Sitting on the bottom. Yeah, there's something leaking on the transmission. I mean that. Yeah, that's probably transmission oil.
I mean, we have to put it in the frame machine. We're gonna make sure this one it's up in the spec because you can see there's damage right here.
Yeah, exactly. And then all the panels that we saw on the bottom that were twisted, like
Absolutely.
Yeah, they were compressed together. Well, it's not looking good here. It got hit right here in this aluminum frame rail, and it looks like it might be twisted. I don't see cracks back here where the cast to this box extruded piece are, but this is a long section of just rectangular tubing that could be pushed in, and that's what it looks like. Like the line got pushed in, the bracket got pushed in, and the whole thing is just kind of twisted, which will actually bring all of this forward, and that could explain this being twisted also. If this whole side got hit and pushed, obviously that lower control arm is pretty strong and it didn't bend, and it just compressed all of this side over a bit, and that's why we're seeing all of these aluminum brackets that are twisted.
In this side too, you
Yeah,
can see.
the wrinkle in that brace right
wrinkle
there.
right there.
The next step is just got to go on the frame machine, right?
Of course, yeah, we have to put it in the frame machine for sure to get moved somehow. So we are hoping when we put it in the frame machine, we could pull everything back to spec. But you just need to understand this is cast aluminum.
Yeah,
So
that doesn't move.
doesn't
Like you
move.
can't
we
move that.
try to move it, it's gonna break.
It's going to crack. Exactly.
Absolutely.
So our best case is that it's the extruded rectangular piece here that's bent, that you can actually bend back a little bit.
Yeah.
But aluminum is very brittle, so
But
once it bends to a certain point and then you try to bend it back, you'll actually get stress fractures, and it'll stretch the aluminum out, and as it's coming back together, it'll just snap. So I'm looking at this bar, that goes across here. And I'm matching up the bottom of this and this. And it looks like it's twisted by 1-2 degrees, maybe.
Maybe 2
but
degrees.
it looks like from your eye, you can see that it's pushed
I mean,
down.
if it's 2 degree, definitely we can fix that, but hopefully it's not more, you know? Because the problem is like what we talked about it before, it's all cast.
Yep.
You know what
and
I mean?
I mean, just looking at it, you can see that it's
Absolutely. Yeah.
slightly tweaked. It doesn't look like it's, I mean, it's not like it's
Yeah, it's not
a huge twist, but it's definitely twisted. All right, so let's just do a quick visual of all of these parts that we need to order, and that's after they check the frame and make sure that the frame isn't twisted. And if it is twisted, that's going to be days of them messing with it on the frame machine to try to get it back into shape. We've got the radiator assembly that we need to get, the air conditioning core. We've got all the ductwork. We've got the intake tube, the other part of the intake tube, the intake box. All of that was crashed, missing. The whole entire right rear suspension, including the brake caliper, the rotor, the e-brake caliper, the shock, all that stuff, the axle. There's so many pieces. All of the brackets that hold the radiator assembly, some of the lines. We can go over here and look at all of those parts. So we've got the whole airbox assembly. We got this wing up right here that's broken. We have the possible twisted frame. We've got all the brackets that are basically pushed back and pushed in that smashed the radiator. And also, look, check this out. So that's the inlet for the turbo, and it's sitting open, and it's getting dirty in there. We got to pull that off and make sure it's actually like a U shape, and it goes down to the inlet to the turbo. So very easily could have had something fall into there. And if we start the car up, put everything back on and start the car up, and there's something in there, it'll kill the turbo and possibly the engine as well. And you look at all of this over here, that could be inside there in the bottom. Not just do we have to replace all of these things, check the frame, make sure everything is straight, get all of the parts, put everything back together. Then we can check and see if the transmission is damaged. A stock used transmission for a 720 is around $15,000 when we looked it up. This is not stock though. So this is an upgraded transmission to handle the 1,300 horsepower that this car makes. I think that's another $25,000 or $30,000 of parts and labor, but there's still a lot of questions in the end.
So David and I have not seen this car yet, and we're pumped. This car's been through a lot. Mark was saying that the bottom of the block is covered in oil, which makes no sense because an oil cooler wasn't damaged, was it, Mark?
I don't think so.
What do you know, Mark?
Mark is a
McLaren tech.
I am. I know it looks bad. That's for sure.
We really want to take it to Car Week. No way.
Do you think it'll make it? I don't know.
I mean, it might not have a body on it, but what if it's running?
Take the naked 720?
I need to drive it naked.
That'd be crazy. Just driving around with no clothes on.
Put the body on the car. We're like, wait, what?
Just me and my wiener in some Senna seats.
You've done it before.
The 70s were wild. We arrived at King's Auto Body Shop. And,
Cops.
They already beat us here. Dude, I'm pumped to see this car. It's been so long, but I'm also really nervous. Maybe it's all fixed. Maybe he surprised us and fixed the whole thing for us. Would that be nice? Well, Jester, what are you doing? Would you stop tailgating this poor cop?
close should I
You little tappy tap. Little tappy tap. Little tappy tap. Hey, if it isn't my best friend.
The big boss is here too.
How are you? I'm here. I brought Damon with me as well, actually.
That's pretty good. How you doing?
How you doing?
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
How you been?
Good. How you feeling?
I'm way better.
You lost a lot of weight,
Yeah.
man.
Have you seen he was fat before?
I was down like 15 pounds, and then I gained a few pounds back in water, which I needed. I needed a little bit of hydration. Oh, there it is on the lift. I've not seen this thing.
You haven't seen it yet.
I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it all torn down. Well, that's cool. The back end looks wild.
Yeah,
Holy crap. That's pretty neat. I've never seen a 720 with like none of the panels on the rear.
exactly.
It's great. There's a lot going on there.
It's a big damage.
What?
This guy hit hard.
Yeah, the guy was moving.
He was moving.
He was moving.
He was moving.
And yet we still got really lucky when you think about it. Because
Absolutely, yeah.
he turned last minute and went through this way. Whereas had he just hit me straight on, like the car would just be
Absolutely.
done.
Because
Just
the problem
done.
is I was showing my gloves.
Yeah.
Because you could see the top right here. So we are so lucky.
Yeah.
Because this is all the frame.
If that was track, what would be the
suspension.
problem?
It's good. It's gone.
Done.
Done. it's not worth to fix at this point. You know what I mean? It's gonna cost way too much money to put the new top, with the suspension, with everything back. Because this is a money cock. So this is like a carbon fiber piece.
That's what they call the monocell, right? Or
Yes.
monocoque.
So and this is where is the suspension for the rear, the suspension from the front, the old bolt on.
Okay.
So if there is any damage here, that's it.
It's over.
Yeah. Back was shifted a little bit, so we put it in the frame machine.
Oh, it was?
To move
The
it,
frame
yeah.
was bent a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. It
Oh,
was
I was told it wasn't. That's interesting. Did not know that.
moved. Everything came. It's exactly.
This car went on the frame table and we were told it was straight.
It looks like a straight, but I mean there is a few like millimeter. You know what I mean? It get moved.
Right now, you playing games with me? I like this
By the
guy.
way, we were told there was some oil under here. Did you
So-
figure out where that's coming from?
We can't figure out where does the oil come from, but it looks like it's an old oil coming from the top. So let me put it down.
Maybe it was just spilled oil?
Spilled oil.
Maybe, but I see a lot of oil in the back of this thing.
Maybe from the oil cash can.
Oh, maybe. I know what you mean. I'm a big mechanic, so I know
do you know
exactly
rings?
what I know. I don't have a clue what he's talking about. I do know what a catch can is, but wow, I've never seen the exhaust on this thing. The exhaust is huge. Is it 3-inch all the way? 3.5? That's really fat.
That's actually huge.
Like, holy crap, that is massive.
Small hands.
I'm excited to get, like, now that I'm here and I see that you've removed a lot of the damaged pieces, it looks more like a car just getting worked on now, which actually brings a little more energy into me with this car because I know how much you guys love this car. Trust me, this is my baby. I love this car too. Everything about this car was like a vision in my head that I've been working and chipping away at and working with people and suppliers and trying to get every little piece from, like, you know, the gold tips on the exhaust, you know, the titanium MSO interior harness bar kind of gives it the aesthetics of like a cage from behind, to obviously the painstaking Lark pink paint, which then sat out in the sun for a year while it was down for the motor. And it really changed the color of that paint. It's not really true to the true Lark pink anymore, which I have a surprise for you guys. I'm not telling you what it is in this episode, but let's just say we're gonna bring back the 720 GTR, bigger, badder, stronger than ever. So step one is obviously we gotta repair all this stuff.
Yeah, that's pretty mangled.
Yeah, like look at this. This thing is just
Banana.
bananaed.
Well, there's a problem. So
Well, this is all under pressure.
there's a lot of pressure. We found out that it's not as simple as we think it is.
Yeah. So being that this is McLaren's proprietary hydraulic suspension system on this car, all of these are hydraulic lines that are going into this shock. So this whole assembly piece has to be very carefully removed, and the pieces that we do have that we're going to replace, like the control arms and such, we can get those pieces put into place, but you can't undo this.
No.
So this is all under extreme pressure, and this actually has to be done by a certified McLaren tech with proprietary tools to depressurize the whole system and then replace the shock and then repressurize it.
And then calibrate it with the ECU.
And then, yeah.
Now, speaking of the ECU,
Yeah, so what's going on with the ECU
looks like
here?
it was used as a
The
bulletproof
bracket
vest.
holding the ECU.
Yeah.
So it got destroyed, and then
Yeah.
it got big.
Yeah, so we're not sure if that board's that was compromised.
I'm not sure if they survived or not. So this is one of the things we have to look at.
All right.
Keep going.
So-
It's non-stop.
What is step one from like right here, right now?
Exactly, the corner complete.
Yeah.
As far as
This is
the
what it needs to
control
look like,
arms, You
right?
know what I mean? Shocks.
This side's all good.
Yeah.
So this is what we want that side to look like.
Because everything in the other side was damaged.
Or it doesn't have standalone, by the way.
Okay.
That's it. It was a running joke. Dave likes to bust Alex's balls about the fact that he said he was putting the car on standalone, but it was never really on standalone. And then on top of all that, when we did put the aftermarket, whatever it was, Cyvex on here, obviously nothing against Cyvex. We took Cyvex off, and the irony is the car ran perfectly good and has been running perfectly good on just the stock ECUs being tuned. So
Maybe that one could be garbage, which is a big problem.
yeah. One major component to this build coming back together and the car being obviously driven on the street are wheels. AL13 made these beautiful wheels for us, and unfortunately this one, which was on the other side that got hit, look how warped it is. Can you see that from this angle looking straight down? Mm-hmm. Holy, the force of that, what was that again? A Challenger?
Hellcat or something?
Challenger.
Charger.
wasn't it?
Charger.
No.
4 doors Charger. 2 doors Challenger.
Is that what it is? Sorry, I don't know that brand very well.
4-door Charger,
4-door Charger.
2-door Challenger.
So it's a Challenger.
Whoa, no.
Challenger.
Challenger.
You got hit by a 4-door.
I got hit by a Challenger.
You got 2 doors or 4 doors?
It had 2 doors.
All right, challenge.
That's what I said.
Got to get out of Dodge.
Anyways, the wheels were
The
ruined.
wheel's ruined. We gotta get a new wheel. The other ones aren't too bad. I think definitely gonna need to be refinished.
Do you want all new wheels or do you want to just change the wheels broken?
New wheels because technically you have the same wheels.
So?
And I need different wheels.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
Okay, so that has to go in the
wheels.
budget
I have
now.
new wheels. Well, yeah, I'll just go over there and strong arm Adrian. Listen, Adrian, you hit my car. Now I need new wheels, all
Put
4.
them in the hurt locker?
It's like, I haven't hit your car. Yeah, you don't remember doing it, but you did it. We need a proper intake.
That's no big deal. Don't stress about that.
A new airbox over here.
You don't need one. It's not broken.
Look at it. It's broken.
Where is it broken?
Right here. Pulled out.
Just snap it back in there. It's not broken. You
There's no
snap it back
seal.
together.
I don't know if you guys saw that. That's a bracket for the wing.
All right.
The body we're working on trying to find the. It's a whole other nightmare, but
The body is just
it can still
like-
drive without a body.
Yeah.
Stop doing that.
Why?
Because it could damage the hydraulic system that's pressurized right now,
that makes
and it's
sense.
connected to the brakes,
Oh, that makes sense.
and it's also connected
Wait,
to the
no.
suspension. The
doing
wing
this
and the
would mess
suspension
with
is
the
the same system.
So when you press on the brakes, the hydraulic fluid also goes to the wing?
Just don't touch it.
No. The suspension and the wing is all one system.
I think it's one system.
It is.
But
one
it's
system.
pretty much the same method.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, no worries.
We'll come back.
Tomorrow.
We already got it mainly ripped apart. Continue the build tomorrow. Stay tuned. Watch this thing start come back to life, you guys. What are we gonna find along the way?
And will it start? Will it run?
Will it start? Yeah. Well, we definitely need to have the intake and all that to start it, don't we?
Yeah, and the DME too. We're gonna see if it's gonna work or not.
How do we
It's a
know?
big
How do we test
gouge.
that?
You start the car and see if it runs.
It's dead right now, though, right? Like
Yeah,
that.
it is dead. So we need to withhold the suspension and then we could start it after that.
Okay.
We can't start it because we have the fluid is coming up from the brake, so we have to put everything back together first before we start it.
And
And then the
this-
main thing also too, because you have the intake, it's open.
Yeah.
So we don't know if any debris from the caliber, whatever damage you have, it went all the way inside. Because you get the turbo just sitting right here.
Yeah.
If there is any debris and then you start it, that's it. Your turbo and maybe the engine is gone. Because this is go direct to the intake, it goes inside.
And we did start it after the accident a few times.
Did we though?
Yeah.
You guys did? Is this one was covered or no?
No, dude, it was like this.
Oh man. Okay. And how it sounds?
Or it would just die.
It would just start and die right away. It's a huge air leak, obviously. The master flow sensor probably something shut it down.
But it doesn't have like noise or something.
I don't think so.
No noise.
Okay.
It just sounded broken.
Got it. Got it.
Maybe a grinding time when you drove it straight.
Next episode, we're gonna start putting this thing together. We got the boys on it and Formula Drift champion, Michael Assa.